Hey guys, I want to start to give you a story and and today we're going to be continuing the end of year vids for my channel. So today we are going to be doing the top 10 WWE wrestlers of 2018. Now this is a very divisive list. Some people, you might be shocked to not see on this list. There are no honorable mentions today, just regular superstars, and there are no NXT stars on this list. I will not be making a separate video for the top 10 NXT wrestlers. This is just going to be WWE. So, coming in at number 10, Dolph Ziggler. Now, Dolph Ziggler really didn't start the year that hot. He was in the six-pack challenge at Fastlane, but besides that, he really didn't have a great start to the year. But that really changed when Drew McIntyre came in. Drew really elevated Dolph to the top level. He helped Dolph win the Intercontinental Championship, which was pretty much the resurgence of Dolph. The Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules, or the Iron Man match, or whatever, it was a good match, just the crowd ruined it. The opening to SummerSlam is still one of the best matches this year. The tag team match at Hell in a Cell is probably one of the best tag team matches this entire year. Just Dolph really had some great matches, and I really think it was because of Drew McIntyre. So, coming in at number 9, we have Alexa Bliss. Now, I really wanted to put Alexa Bliss higher. She started the year as the Raw Women's Champion, and she won it at Money in the Bank, cashing in her Miss Money in the Bank, cashing in the briefcase that she won earlier in the night, and then lost it at SummerSlam. Because she's had a pretty good track record this year in terms of wins and losses. She won the Elimination Chamber match. She won at Extreme Rules. But the injury at the end of the year really dialed down her momentum, even though she's probably going to become a general manager figure for something. I really just can't put her higher on this list. Number 8, Drew McIntyre. Now, a lot of you may be shocked to not see Drew McIntyre a lot higher. He was probably the best call-up from NXT this year. But Drew really just seemed like a bodyguard this year. He was the bodyguard of Dolph for pretty much the entire year. Then he was with Strowman, which was really bad. Now that he's on his own, he's starting to excel. He did lose his first match by pinfall or submission a little over a week or two ago, but he had a pretty great debut year, or returned year. Number 7, Braun Strowman. Probably the biggest superstar in 2017 is now at number 7 in 2018. Why? Because, and I'm not about to slap my head. I will love you if you get that reference. The reason why is because Braun seriously did not have a good track record in terms, well, he had like a few good matches. He won the Raw Gauntlet. He won Money in the Bank. He beat Kevin Owens twice, but the beginning of the year for Braun was really bad. He lost to Brock and Kane at the Royal Rumble. Then he lost the Elimination Chamber. Then he won the tag team titles, which bumped him up a little bit, but it was with a child, so I can't really put him higher. And then he relinquished it the next night. He won the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is not even talked about anymore. He had a meaningless match at Backlash. It's just like a back and forth for Braun this year. And He's supposedly getting a Universal title match against Brock at the Royal Rumble next year, so maybe that will help him be bumped up on this list. But besides that, I really can't put Braun any higher than 7. Number 6, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte had a great year this year. She had amazing matches with Becky Lynch. She started the year as SmackDown Women's Champion. She defended it successfully at WrestleMania, defeating the undefeated Asuka, who will not be on this list. Charlotte had lost the SmackDown Women's Championship to Carmella after she cashed in Money in the Bank and started the whole Carmella as SmackDown Women's Championship phase, which was, oh my god, awful. Charlotte won it back at SummerSlam, but Becky, of course, the whole thing with Becky started. Becky won it at Hell in a Cell, and then they just had some incredible matches. The Survivor Series match against Ronda was great. Ronda's not going to be on this list. She'll probably be 11 on this list. I just feel like Dolph had a better year than Ronda, considering Ronda was more anticipated and Dolph was kind of becoming an afterthought, and Dolph pretty much proved everyone wrong. Ronda really only proved everyone wrong with that WrestleMania match, but Ronda really deserves to be on this list, but she is not. Sorry. Number 5, AJ Styles. Again, a really big wrestler. Probably like one of the most well-known wrestlers right now. The last 2 years was probably the best wrestler of 2016 and 2017. 2018, the WWE Championship reign really brought him down. He pretty much held the title for the entire year before losing it to Daniel Bryan in November. He really didn't have that many great feuds this year with the WWE Championship. The Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn feud was not the greatest. Shinsuke feud was actually not that great. The Money in the Bank match was good, but everything else really did not do that great. Their WrestleMania match was really underwhelming. The Samoa Joe feud should have been great, but that could have been the chance for AJ to drop the title, but he didn't. That lasted a while, that Joe feud. And now the Daniel feud is probably the best feud that he's had this year. Pretty much with Daniel's character that he's using right now is just a lot better to make AJ can play off of that character. But now since AJ punched Vince in the face on SmackDown, I have no idea what they're going to do with the rivalry, or if they're even continuing the rivalry. And, oh, I forgot. Yeah, AJ had a feud with Rusev this year, which I don't think anyone remembers. So, AJ didn't have that many feuds. He has some good matches. The six-pack challenge at Fastlane was good. Money in the Bank was good. SummerSlam was pretty awesome against Joe. But besides that, I really can't put him any higher because the WWE Championship reign really made a lot of the fans turn against him. Number 4, Roman Reigns. Now, a lot of you may not be happy to see Roman Reigns on this list. If you did not watch the leukemia message, Roman Reigns had a really tough time this year. He started the year losing the Royal Rumble in the final 2 to Shinsuke, winning at Elimination Chamber to get the WrestleMania shots, losing against Brock, having to come back, losing a lot of pay-per-view matches. The only one he won was against Samoa Joe. Was he at Money in the Bank? Yeah, he lost at Money in the Bank. I think to Bobby Lashley. I think that's what happened. But didn't really have... No, you know what? I'm not gonna do this right now. And then... just not the greatest year for Roman. He did win the Universal title from Brock, which is probably the best moment of his career. probably because Brock is undefeatable and he won the title from Brock. Was supposed to be a crown jewel. Thank God, actually. Thing is, I don't think Roman would have had a good match if he was at crown jewel. But the leukemia thing, thank you, Roman, so much. So you're number 4 on my list. Number 3, the new Daniel Bryan, or Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him. So Daniel's return to the ring was probably one of the most uplifting things I've ever seen in WWE. He had a career-threatening neck injury that pretty much cost him his entire wrestling career. There were rumors in January about him returning to the ring, but not in WWE, so he would have to go through the Indies, maybe go to New Japan or something like that. But March, the unthinkable happened. WWE doctors finally cleared him. He was able to wrestle once again. He was able to do what he loved best. That WrestleMania match was just a step in the greatest direction. Then after that, he had a great night on SmackDown, a great match against AJ, but then the Big Cass feud really ruined his momentum. Miz tried to bring it back up, but they weren't able to get the Big Cass stuff out of the way. The Team Hell No reunion was okay. Didn't really last that long. But now the new Daniel Bryan phase is certainly one of the best things in SmackDown right now. So Daniel is bumped up a couple of places because of the new Daniel Bryan character. Now he has a WWE Championship, and he's going to start 2019. 2019. I can't even speak. My mouth is so dry. Start 2019 as WWE Champion, hopefully. There's only one episode left, so hopefully they don't throw a curveball. Number 2, Becky Lynch. The year of Becky. The best women's wrestler in WWE, period. In terms of wrestling, she's not one of my favorites, but in terms of characters, promos, and entertainment, she's one of the best. Wrestling ability, the Disarmer is great. Backsploder, not the greatest. That's where she really loses me. But this year was pretty much the year of Becky Lynch. The man really came out this year. The heel turn on Charlotte at SummerSlam, as I stated before, was great. She was portrayed as a bad guy, but everyone cheered her. She won the title at Hell in a Cell. She went on to get her face broken off by Nia Jax. Well, not her face broken off, her face was legit broken by Nia Jax. Before that, she had an amazing match at Evolution. Probably the best match of the year for WWE. An incredible match at Evolution. An incredible last woman standing match. The first ever last woman standing match. Sorry about that. And then end of the year, losing to Asuka and Charlotte at TLC. Asuka winning the title. But all in all, Becky really is bumped up because for popularity, her in-ring work, her promo skills, and her media skills, which I don't even know if that's a thing, but I'm making that a thing now. Look at her Twitter account, is incredible. But number 1 goes to the former man, Seth Rollins. Burn it down, bro. Seth really did not have a bad match. In terms of, like, this match is terrible. Just all matches that Seth had this year have been at least watchable. there are some matches before with Seth that are just downright terrible, but this year, he really didn't have a bad match. Let's run through Seth's pay-per-view matches this year. So, ready guys? So, Royal Rumble. Of course, it's the Royal Rumble match. Everyone's gonna watch it. The tag team match of Royal Rumble really showed off Seth's endurance. I had to include the Royal Gauntlet because that's pretty much why Seth is number one. He lasted an hour in the ring. The best performance in a WWE ring of all time. Elimination Chamber, Seth had a pretty star role. The WrestleMania match against The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth was pretty great opener. Backlash, the only good match at Backlash against The Miz. Elias really brought the intensity at Money in the Bank. Again, the Extreme Rules match with Dolph was good, it just was ruined by the crowd. The SummerSlam match was incredible opener. Hell in a Cell, pretty good. Pretty great tag team match, pretty awesome tag team match. Super Showdown with the Shield was pretty great against the Dogs of War. Braun, Dolph, and Drew. And then Crown Jewel. Bobby Lashley could probably be the only stud, but it was a short match. And then Dolph pretty much was the best match at Crown Jewel. Survivor Series against Shinsuke wasn't the greatest match that he had this year, but it was still watchable and at some points pretty entertaining. And then Dean Ambrose and Seth at TLC. That's really not that good, but he had a lot of... The TLC match was probably the worst match that he had this year. It was a pretty boring match, but at some points, like the Shinsuke match, was entertaining, except the Shinsuke match wasn't that boring. But all in all, Seth had a great year. He was Raw Tag Team Champion. He was Intercontinental Champion twice this year. He won the Raw Tag Team Championships twice this year, actually. He was probably the superstar that won the most titles this year. He really deserved it. Seth Rollins is the best wrestler of 2018 for WWE. So, thank you guys for watching. Next vid will probably be, movie trailers or another WWE related thing. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I need to drink right now. My mouth was so dry. Okay, see you guys.